In the 18th century, rich people became obsessed with something so strange that it nearly wiped out wild ostriches. Not gold, not diamonds, not land, feathers. Huge ostrich feathers. The bigger the feathers, the richer you looked. Before long, people were paying so much money for them that ostrich feathers almost as valuable as gold. What started as a fashion trend soon became a worldwide obsession. And it all happened because the elite wanted to stand out. By the late 1700s, fashion was becoming bigger, bolder and more dramatic. Women wanted attention. They wanted to be noticed the moment they entered a room. And nothing attracted attention quite like a giant feather rising above a crowd. One woman helped turn this trend into a craze. The Duchess of Devonshire. She was one of the most famous fashion icons in Britain. People copied everything she wore. One day she was gifted a huge ostrich feather plume. Instead of treating it as a simple accessory, she made it the centerpiece of her look. Almost overnight, everyone wanted one. Soon, feathers were everywhere. The rich wanted them, the fashionable wanted them, and anyone hoping to impress high society wanted them too. The trend spread across Britain and then across Europe. In France, even Marie Antoinette embraced the look. The bigger the feathers became, the more people wanted them. Women wore them to balls, to parties, to public events. Some feathers were dyed bright colors. Others remained white. Entire businesses appeared to meet the demand. In London, shops specialized in preparing and coloring feathers. People could choose different styles and colors to match their outfits. The feather business was exploded. Then came another twist. The trend became so extreme that people started making fun of it. Newspapers and artists mocked fashionable women. Cartoons showed ladies struggling to fit inside carriages because their towering hairstyle and feathers were simply too large. People laughed, but the trend kept growing. Then the fashion became something even bigger. It became a rule. At the royal court, women attending official events were expected to wear feather headdresses. If a woman arrived without them, she could be refused entry. Fashion was no longer just personal style. It had become part of the royal dress code. And there were rules. Court feathers were usually white. The number of feathers often reflected social rank. A duchess might wear more feathers than a woman in lower society. The feather display became a symbol of status. The more impressive the feathers, the more important you appeared. But all of this came with a hidden cost. As demand exploded, hunters searched for the more and more ostriches. Wild birds were heavily hunted. The industry became enormous. At one point, ostrich feathers became one of South Africa's largest exports. Only gold and diamonds were more valuable. Fashion had become a global business and wild ostriches paid the price. By the late 1800s, feathers were still popular, but slowly the craze began to fade. Fashion moved on. New styles appeared and the giant feather headdresses that once dominated society slowly disappeared. Today, they look unusual, but for more than a century, a few feathers could open doors, display wealth, and instantly show your place in society. All because the world went completely mad for feathers.